this is beautifully amazing. Nice. Even Slay the Spires on a 4080. I'll take that. Let's kill this graphics card. Let's burn it right out. Oh my god. And you get Coca-Cola the right temperature. Oh. Mmm. Wow. Mmm. Alright, let me close whatever spare is not needed. And let's give this my best run ever. Ironclad. Actually, what are you doing? Yeah, if let's not continue this one. Yeah, abandon a run. Because I was just gonna say, I do have a new character I can play. The Watcher. Yes, I've actually been around 3 times now. At the start of each combat, add a miracle into your hand. Yeah, start with pure water. Okay. Delightful. Another try. Yes, I'm back again. Kind of missed the 3-eyed whale. Another try. Choose. Choose a card to obtain. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Really? 3? Lose 7 max HP, remove 2 cards. I don't need to remove any cards yet, although I have no custom card loadouts for this character. So I'm not really bothered. Lose your starting relic. No. You give me no choice then. Let's just make it really easy to get through the start. Granted. This is the great one. Ooh. I tell you what, I like the look of this route here. I'll be able to take out the first 3. We might get some bonuses there. We might get something terrible, but go straight this route. If I even need a rest after all that freebie. Hello, by the way. 7 of you jumped in. Everyone saying hi. That's very polite of you all. Let's see our first enemy opponent. Oh, caca. Get out of it. Retain gaining. I don't even need to do anything. 1 health. You just like win. 17 gold. Add a card to my deck. We got Just Lucky. Escrow 1. I wish I ever knew what Scry is on this character now. Gain 2 block. Deal 3 damage. Gain 8 block. Attack your next play cost 0. Yep. That's an easy sale. What's going on, David? This is what happened to today's Scum stream. Seeing as that's the first question, I'll give you the option. Do you want the condensed version of what happened, or would you like the full explanation of what happened? Condensed is probably a whole lot more relaxing, but I got time. What's next? I don't know. It's a mystery. Seraphine, how are you doing? What is that? That's a little kitty in a box. Peeking up. Saying hi. I like cats. I'm really actually kind of thinking of maybe getting a cat. You know, kind of living on my own now. Couple of spare bedrooms. I could give a cat basically a bedroom each. I still have space to stream in, you know. I could do that. I could even do that little cat home. I mean, I love cats so much, I might as well just give them the full, like, I install a little cat shower and everything, you know, train them to use it. Not stupid reality. Some people do crazy stuff like that. The short version. Had peeps around to do with fixing stuff at the house. Got a new place and it has issues that should have been rectified before I moved in, but c'est la vie. And it's kind of been rectified. But although there's plenty of respect each side, everything that I've managed to negotiate for I've got, so I won again today by putting my foot down. But when you keep sending in peeps who just don't want to do the job properly, not my fault, is it really? Had a plumber in the other day that left a leak. He left a leak and didn't test the rad he fitted. It didn't work either. Can you believe it? The only reason why I didn't check it, and I told him, I said, yeah, I'm not signing for this as I've seen it. It's because there was also a carpet guy fixing all the doing. They had to do it all again. This guy did a fantastic job, though. Really amazing job. Not only laid it right, was a really nice guy, and a former World of Warcraft player, and knew that his friend was like attempting a professional career in Call of Duty. I was excellent to hear that, you know. But yeah, did an amazing job actually. The guy fit the rad didn't, and then I called out the emergency plumber who also couldn't fix the leak. You know what my fix for it was? It was, let's go get a pan from the kitchen and wrap it in cloth. Let's hopefully your colleague when he comes back in the morning can actually fix it. Oh, sorry, I put 14 wraps of tape on instead of 16. So two's all the difference. Like, you know, you could keep putting more wraps in it, mate. The gap gets bigger. No, jokes aside, it's fixing stuff like that. Yeah. It's just getting the things. But most of them's that, you know, just one last thing, the whole kitchen's got redone. The fronts and stuff. And then we're there. Hopefully we're there. And I can just like, the good thing is now I can actually move. I mean, I've been in here almost 3 months, but now I'm getting all my stuff out of the boxes and that because I had to wait. You know, so it feels like I'm actually moving in. Getting a cat does not sound bad. No, I'll tell you something. That little feline friend at the moment is going to be the centre of my new world. That's like it's going to be the most sport cat ever. It's going to have all the toys. Going to be a catnip stored if it wants to knock itself out in the middle of the room, you know. Train it well so it does not touch my lawn. So, cats are wonderfully self-sufficient in a lot of ways. But they're just so funny. Yeah, everyone I've had in the past have all had wonderfully unique personalities, and I get a funny kick, especially like my last two cats are both females, and rather than there was a mix or that's just two males before that, And but what a pair they were. I mean, damn, it was like, yeah, I got the little runt of the litter. So it was like a little multicolored. There's Minu. It was a multicolored like cat, had all the colors of each of the other cats. You know what I mean? It's like the little one that got crushed, and she had like really undeveloped rib cage. I thought she wasn't going to make it, but she did. She lived to, I don't know, not the most amazing age, both of them. It was like 10 and 12. The whole litter that they came from, and found out, all had heart problems and issues. But they were the last two, and they lived about 6 years, 7 years longer than any of the others. So it's pretty cool. Had a nice, good life, I think. Personality-wise, Minu, she was always the skinnier runter litter, but she was vicious. She's the one who would go nuts if anything else came into the garden, but was an absolute, quiet cat the rest of the time. And she wouldn't let Twitchit, who was her sister, a bigger sister, like, anywhere near my room. Was it. Done. You can go rest of the house, doesn't matter, but you're coming in. And, yeah, it's just, Twitchit was the foodie. You know what a foodie does, don't you? Foodie can't wake you up. And he slap you around the face a bit. Twitchit gives you a little slap around the face. Wake you up. And you open your eyes and you realise you've got this cat sitting on the shelf above you, with the fish food behind its paw, Or it could be anything. It could be like a clock or whatever was happened to be on the shelf, but I just remember the fish food. And she looked at me when I opened my eyes, just like, if you don't get out of bed and give me some food in the next, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, I'm going to nudge this off the shelf and it's going to make a really friggin' big mess. It's going to smell like fish flakes, And I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, you dare. You give a cat like a really awful stare. You do that, you're going to get in trouble. She looked at me and just said, no, you're not. You don't hit me or anything. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do anything. Just, boop. Nudges it off, just to the edge, and then look at you and then bolt final hit, knock it off. That's a cat all over, isn't it? That little tiny vicious streak that can come out every so often. They don't get away. Rest of the time they're like, oh, just fuss me. That sort of stuff. I love cats. I just think they're hilarious. Don't mind dogs either. Really. I haven't had dogs. Really. Yeah. I still have an urge actually to train the next cat to walk, because they can, and I've seen and know a person who's actually got a cat that walks a cat to the park. That's kind of, yeah, unique in that way, but they can do that. They end up being a bit of a, you can walk them, but a bit of a parrot too, they'll jump up on, use you as the climbing frame and walk me. Gonna Rob. Have to go to the rescue centre. That's so hard, especially if that rescue centre keep like 10, 20 cats in the same space. If you walked into one of those places like thinking I'm going to get one today, and then you just have 20 of them all climbing the cage trying to get to you, it's like, oh, I'll take them all if I had the space. Maybe. I'm serious. I am actually really seriously considering it. Like, without colour this time. And black cat before that, and ginger cat as well. Ginger cat was the funniest though. It wasn't until he was about 5 years old that I just decided to. He walked up to me, put his paws in my leg through my jeans, which just obviously wakes any person up once it penetrates the skin. And I was like, okay, I'll pick you up. And I picked him up. And he put his arms over my shoulder. And started pouring, you know, like they do with the... You know, they like what they're lying on, or they used to do with their mum or something like that, you know what I mean? All of a sudden I was his mother. He just dribbled all like half hour, an hour. I ended up with a wet patch on my back. And then he'd do it every time. He asked to do it all the time. I get up in the morning. I chuck him over the shoulder. I walk around, make breakfast with him on my shoulder. He's like there pouring away, like dribbling, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how the cat actually had so much fluid in him. It's ridiculous. But he just like, just dribble. It's like almost like his drug. You know? And he just kept doing that for years, you know, all the time. This is us, like a little, you know, just, I want to get up. On the shoulder he goes, and he just sits there dribbling. And that was just that cat. So he made it to 15. Pretty good age. Have met cats that have... There was one on the Isle of Wight at 21 years old. Yes, really, really good age. Really good age. Come to think of it, didn't look bad for a 21-year-old cat. You just wonder if that's a story that they tell you at the hotel. I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty amazing. I know they can live to that age. I'm not packing anymore. We have the whole month to move our stuff downstairs. The living room is full of boxes now. Oh no. Oh, them boxes. You know, when you move in, or you say you're not packing anymore, so you're about to experience that the other side, but when you move into a place, you just realize how much space you got. And then you fill room up with box, though all those boxes fit into one room. And you feel like you got a good bit, so it changes when they start opening up. You just, you know, get rid of them. Actually, I did actually. I think I've got rid of about almost 70%, 80% of my stuff. Seriously, I've gone like proper streamlined this time. I've just got my Mac now, my 2 screens, like all energy efficient and all like kind of streamlined, no clutter or anything. I can stretch my arms out, not hitting anything, you know. I've totally changed. I really, yeah, kind of, yeah. It's going minimalist. eBay likes me. But yeah, it feels actually good to do that. Over like a good clear out of all the things that are just cluttering around. I got a bit of a problem though, I must admit. I've got one box. What, it's one box, it's like just full of tons of like memories and stuff, and it's like I just think, is that taking up too much space in my life? Do I need to barbecue the thing? I just can't bring myself to barbecue it yet. I'm trying. New start, little barbecue, new start, you know what I mean? I think I've thrown out more than I've packed. That's good. That's good. You know, anything that I can sort of, well, as I say, eBay, it's computer equipment because nobody really wants that. But, you know, other stuff for giveaway. Try not to throw it, chuck it, if you know, that's what I do, but that's good. It's good. It feels good to kind of streamline a bit too. Has he used all of his 9 lives? I don't know, because I'm currently faced with the cleric. A strange blue humanoid with golden helmet approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend. I am cleric. Are you interested in my services? By the way, some of you may know of this game, Slay the Spire. I guarantee it's one of those great for traveling, by the way. But it's a very, very addictive game. It's on. I got it for PC and I got it for iPad as well. and it's procedurally generated. It all the backgrounds and everything change, and you get strange things like the cleric come along. He says, "Oh, you're interested in my services?" The creature shouts loudly. I can heal for 35 gold, although I've taken the damage, so I don't know that. Purify 50 gold. Remove a card from your deck. Neither, really. But it was nice knowing you. Oh, well, it wasn't about trust. It was more about, you know... Could have... Third one. What's under the actual golden helmet there? Move it, throw it out. I still have to go up and down 3 flights of stairs. Oh, is that for every box? Is that 3 flights to get to the floor? Well, this is the point in time where you plan and you motivate a couple of peeps to help you. I mean, 3 pairs of hands doing, you know, the lifting is much quicker on one, but also saves you from injury. So maybe, you know, try and see if you can motivate a couple of peeps, you know. Oh, wow. Cola at that temperature is just... It's chilled. It just... Oh. What the hell are you? The Wheel of Change. I like the sound of that. That's kind of fitting, isn't it? As we were talking about. You come upon a dapple-looking, cheery gremlin. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. Spin it. Oh. Blood. Is it a curse? Uh-oh. You lose. You spot him readying a shiv. Well, he's gonna stab me. You slash at the crazy gremlin, but he's simply too quick. He gets you a few times with a crude shiv. The price has been paid. And with that, both the gremlin and its wheel disappear in a puff of smoke. Okay, fair enough. Guess it's got to count on my lucky streak, hasn't it? Cheater. Let the battle commence. Bye, Mr. Burton. Alright, well that was quick. 10 gold. Dexterity potion, nice. And we get to add another card. Deal 12 damage to all enemies. That's pretty high at 1 to boost up. Deal 9 damage, exit your stance. Will gain 8 block. The next attack play costs 0. Get conclude. I was tempted to get the other one, but anyway. That's a little bit of damage. We take this route. It's high risk because we've got to take out 3 of them, including a elite. I'm about to help me, and we'll be paying the movers for the heavy stuff. Where you at? We're not even in the same country, are we? We're in the same county. I'll give you a hand. And most of it will move in a few days. I'm dreading the paperwork for changing our address. Oh yeah, all that stuff, isn't it? Good. No, it's another good way of thinking about it, though. You're not going to get all that junk mail. That's just going to keep going to that address, you know, for years. Just get to the new one and then go minimalist with that as well. Just make sure you submit that to only for the need-to-knows, and helps. Let's go for another mystery. Looks like it's a fight, but, you know, all of a sudden I think we're just going to strike you. And yeah, Okay, that's soaked up my bottled miracle. How many miracles do you hit? Nice. Yeah, that looks like a good block card. Right, so I get to take a rest to get the health back. Go to the smith to boost the card. I should check the map. We've got another chance to rest. Well, at least two chances at least. And this route is another in the hands of the believers. I'm going to continue up this path. It's really interesting on taking all these mystery options. I'm going to choose the smith. And I know what card I'm going to upgrade, and that happens to be this one. 16 damage to all enemies. Like it. Alright, let's take on our first legit full strength. We have to get him out quick because he intends to take my money. Enter Wraith. Right, what is this Enter Wraith? Enter Wrath. So when I enter Wrath, what happens when I enter Wrath? I actually don't know. I should have read about this character before I even went into this. Well, let's try it then. Oh yeah. That looks... Oh wow. Okay. Doing that more often. So it's going to hit me for 20. I'll take the 32 damage, or I try and block some of it. Retain. Gain. Okay. Now we can defend and attack. Oh, in fact, I think I can attack him for 2 and take him out of this. No, I can't. Finish him. Bad. I played that better. I think. I could have blocked. And maybe taken the next... Actually, no, not on those cards. Inner Peace. If you're in calm, draw 3 cards, otherwise enter calm. At the end of your turn, shuffle and insert into your draw pile. Retain, enter calm. Lost. Peace. Go to the campfire to rest. I think I could do with a couple of health boosters. I'm not really that strong. I'm going to do vicious damage, mind. That's what I've got to try to balance. Now, really, a path like this, I have no idea it's going to go, because I'm going to go through this route here and hopefully get a rest up here. It'd be nice to get a rune that gives me some kind of recharge buff after every round. What? A car drove off the dock on the Riviera Sunday, was reported, and it was happening. Oh man. The police response was to wait for the trained divers to arrive on Tuesday, and of course they found the body. Yeah, I suppose the police couldn't dive in because of the risk. Every time you play 10 attacks gain. Oh, cool. Okay. It's a bonus. And that's not such a bonus. Right, I need that ability that's going to attack all for... I'm going to be attacked for 7, so let's block the next attack. Play costs 0, so if we... Wait. Retain gain. Okay, so let's play you. Next attack will cost 0. I'm just going to go for 6 damage. well, it doesn't actually really matter. Leppy, how you doing? How you doing this evening? I just had a little chat with Studnick before he went out, and he has moved closer to our location. And, well, depends on, not sure what his next free moment time is, but effectively we're in a similar place now to be able to do a base in Scum. So that's, I'm going to relay that one. He has asked Boba Joker, who I think he might be applying for it and might join us as well. Welcome back. How's your day gone? Right, let me think. We've been attacked. 15. Could deal 16 damage to all enemies. Wait, we got 3 points, right? I could enter Wrath. And... well, that would be the end anyway, wouldn't it? Makes this card 32. Bye-bye. Oh, she is powerful. Very powerful. Gain 2 energy. Consecrate. Prostrate. Gain 2 mantra. When you obtain 10 mantra, enter divinity. Okay, lock, okay. Now I can continue going with the luck cards, which has been a little hit and miss, but not too bad, or I could go for an elite, which would drop a nice rune. Didn't mean I also have to defeat the elite, 2 more, and then get a rest. Well, 2 chances of getting runes, or I just don't know what story it's going to make up on the path, so do it. Working on the weekend. You got so you got like a day off today? Like day or some time of this week? Or is it just a particularly full week? You come across a dead adventurer on the floor. His pants have been stolen. Do you know this? I didn't deliberately put that. I didn't deliberately put the cursor there. But when I looked for a second, I was like, okay. Onward. His pants have been stolen. Also, the armor and face appear to be scoured by flames. Though his possessions are still intact. You're in no mind to find out what happens here. What happened here? So I could search, find loot, and there's a 25% chance that the monster returns. That's actually pretty good odds. Or I can just leave. I'll get the flame. I'm feeling lucky. Yes! Wait a second, I've just got an oddly smooth stone. Start each combat 1 dexterity. Oh, it's a 50-50. Do I do it again? Do I search in other pockets? What do you reckon? Shall I go for 50-50? Well, I'm so tempted to leave this one. It's such a good position. Do I really? It might not be a relic. It might be a curse. Look at this guy. He pressed twice. Stop gambling. I'm out. I'm out for you. You exit without a sound. Let's report it later. All right. Oh, big fish. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating around. Perfectly normal. Is this AI at its finest? It just makes me wonder, because every time I play this, every single one of these is just totally different, but a banana, a donut, and a floating box. No, upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There is a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. And gremlins on the other side of these. What do you do? Take the banana, heal for 24 HP. The donut, max HP becomes +5, which is going to be good because I could rest. Or obtain a relic, become cursed of regret. I'm going to go for max HP boost. You eat the donut. It really hits the spot your max HP increases. Wow. Best of both worlds. Now comes the hard part. You have to defeat the enemy twice. Normal enemies, but they could come in various varieties. Some sting. Right. The enemy intends to inflict a negative effect on you and attack for 7 damage. If you're in calm, draw 3 cards. That one's deal 16 damage to all enemy at the end of my turn. Let's draw 3 cards. And what? No? Upon exiting this stance, I'll tell you, there's a whole other level to this character. So we could enter a meditated like state, which I can increase upon calm. So I can go into a calm state, apply certain cards, and then come out of that calm state with 2 game points. So I could spend 2 now and get them back if I exit it. But to exit it, does that just mean I strike? Don't want to use my potions yet, really. Already in calm. But let's play this. And use this. Which means I stay in... Right, so... It produces these cards, and then I have to actually force myself out of it. It's not by just using an attacking card, right? So do I... Let's play that. Mantra. So what happens when we enter divinity with this character? I don't think this character's going to last long enough to find out, but it tends to attack me for 7. So if I play the 2, attain the block, and strike for 4. Zoltan. Don't do it. It's not that bad. No. I actually played some GTA 5 today. A couple of hours of rampaging with sticky bombs and miniguns, and I had a smile on my face. Still haven't got back into PUBG yet. I crave to play that game. To be honest, when I came, stuff finished about 5 o'clock, and I was just like really hungry, but I felt like sort of streaming a lot earlier. And I was like, had food, and I was like, I really feel like playing a good shooter, you know, something with some action. I was watching Dr. Disrespect, and he was playing with he's playing with Co-Rays JD, Tim Tatman, Z-Laner. They get on great together when they play. Very highly entertaining when they're playing Call of Duty, but it really made me want to play, and I just realised that's not on GFN yet. Although, today, some wicked news came out that Microsoft have partnered with Nvidia to bring Xbox games to GeForce Now. I can't believe it. Best move ever. It just means that if you're part of that, then you're just going to get probably a whole option there to play all the games as well. And I'm wondering if that's going to tie in with actual Game Pass, because Game Pass is ridiculously good value for money, and you get access to all their games. And that's just, that news for me was like just brilliant. And PUBG, I so want to play, but it's not. I don't know. When I think about the business sense of it all, I think it must be some kind of agreement, because PUBG went to Stadia, and was an exclusive to Stadia, and I just wonder if there's an agreement there that is, I don't know, either forever or it just doesn't run out yet. Because for me, it's like it makes total sense for them to go to GFN. It's not just my benefit. It's like the fact that it opens up the game to a platform that is in, you know, greater and greater demand now. And you can see, because every time, you know, literally 4080 in the cloud now. It's fantastic tech. But just the availability. Steam is it. You know, it's the thing. It really is. The Steam is the grandfather, the daddy, the absolute trendsetter of digital download of games. You know, I had it since Orange Box. When it first arrived on the scene, ready to digitally distribute your copy of Half-Life 2 and all the add-on packs to it. Absolute groundbreaker, because all of a sudden I could download CS and everything like that, and everyone I knew had a PC at the time thought, we are so ahead of the game, it's ridiculous. Consoles didn't have that, you know, and look at it now. Now it's just actually the center of everything, you know, a big majority of the download games. And the thing is, a lot of the companies tended to splinter to their own stores, which is okay. It's like like any business, you want to try and create your own store, and so we ended up, you know, we've got Epic Store, we've got Ubisoft Store, and everything like that. But it seems like the Microsoft thing is like bringing it back together. You know what I mean? It's like everyone wants to be on all the stores, you know, rather than exclusives. And it's like, finally, I've got a cloud platform I can go on and I can play all the games. I mean, Stadia, right? I know it's not here anymore. I know it's like phased out or almost gone. It was fantastic when I used it. I played Hitman on that. I played Destiny on that. And I even went into the browser and changed the code so I could bump it up to 4K on a 2K screen. And it was just, there was, you know, GFM was nowhere near that resolution at the time. So it really did set the standard for quality of streaming, but it just didn't have the titles. You know, it was like screaming, like get that one, charge into that boardroom and say, what you doing? You got all these streamers, you got everything you could integrate the whole platform with them and bring their communities right into the center of fold. Do the best thing you're good at, that's streaming. Bingo. And like, get Steam in there, do a deal, get Steam. But loads of different people are taking a punt at this market, you know, trying to build this service up. But GFN got Steam on board. And I think that's probably what is sort of making them a you know, success. Now they've got Microsoft. Wow. It's, you know, broad audience. Yeah, it's broader audience, but it's the amazing tech for multi-devices. I mean, I can play Arma 3 on my mobile phone screen with Xbox gamepad, if you wish, like chilling out any device, and that I think is just the advantage of cloud. All the processing is done in that data center, and then you've got a choice of what terminal you use to access it. And I think it started off a bit the same as even Steam did. When Steam hit the scene, everyone was worried about their CDs and DVDs and not owning physical copies of these games. Like, you know, the second-hand market's just going to get destroyed. Yeah. But it literally, now I don't hear anyone complain about that actually anymore. It's more like a pride of building up your game collection, and then sometimes you can go back and you can play the ancient games you used to have, and you haven't lost them. You know, like the fear kind of was. But yeah, that's really good news. It's going to be massive. I could see it's going to be massive because just from a, you know, I'm into tech, and as a user perspective, I've running the edge, and also these times, you know, these times where it's like you can get hold of the newer hardware without having to actually upgrade it. Yeah, right now that value proposition is a really good one. Really good one. I miss DayZ PUBG days. Hey, Potigo. How are you doing? Ali? How you doing? Yes, yeah, it's good tech. As long as your internet connection is mediocre to very good. I don't think you have problems with it, because it scales appropriately. It scales just like a stream you're watching on YouTube now. Fantastic. Yeah, DayZ, I've been playing a bit of Scum actually, so don't know if you tune into that, but that's another survival title very worthy of checking out. I do recommend it as well. It's sometimes some things take a little time to bear the fruit, you know. They come out and they're amazing, and then all of a sudden everyone wonders where they're at, you know, or they get pulled somewhere else because another game comes out like PUBG and takes them away from it for years. And then you try Scum, and then you realise just how challenging of a survival game it is. Not just to look after your own person and develop your own character, literally down to its diet, look, appearance, and, you know, attributes, but it also, the environment is incredibly challenging, and it's smooth. The hit registration and gunplay spot on, animation is great, and also like I don't know, don't really see lag. The gunplay is good. You have a gander at it. Oh, right, you. 12 is going to hit me for next. I think it's time. What's he got left? 30? I've got 6 blocks. Nope, I'm going to play the longer game and strike. Gotta take that low damage. Go. 26 remaining, intends to hit for 7. The 9 damage into Wraith. If I... Next is going to be 0, right? So Gain the block. Enter Wraith. Actually, what's the next attack? And now I hit for 12. Bye. Which card? Protect. Gain 12 block. So retain and gain 12 block. Retain. Deal 4 damage twice. Gain 4 block. Add a safety into your hand. 12 block. I'll take that. Might be a good card to develop. Right, the Spore Cloud. Feel some deception here. Play the Miracle. 6, 6, and 6. Let's enter calm then. And attack 2. 6. Oh, both intend to attack. I think we're going to get rid of other ones. So gain 2. Mantra and 5 block. I don't think these guys are going to last that long, actually. Let's whack them. 9 damage for you. That's going to boost this card and take him out. Fear potion. My 3 vulnerable. Change that for the energy. Discard that. What would I name a new cat? Actually, I don't know, because often rescue cats would come with a name. So I probably couldn't say that until, you know. Flying Sleeves. Deal 4 damage twice at the end of your turn. Shuffle inside into your draw pile. Gain 6 blocks. Shuffle. Flying Sleeves. Study. At the end of your turn, shuffle an inside into your draw pile. Let's take that. Right, 71 out of 77. Makes me wonder if I should... Yeah, look. Vulnerable. Take 50% more damage from attacks. Imagine splashing that on. I've got Wraith and I come out with a bit, you know, big attack card. Maybe. I'm going to smith a card here. Yep. Protect plus. Here we go, the boss. Let's add some chromatics. What happened? Oh. Whew. Right. Let's Let's gain power up. Now, what's this guy's intention? This enemy intends to block on its turn. Mode shift. After receiving 30 damage, changes to defensive. Oh, right, okay. Blocks or attacking them. Right, I'm going to deal damage and see what you decide to do. Destroy, destroy, destroy. And try and whack me for 32. Has 9 defense. It's time to enter a state of calm. And 6 block. Fire that thing! As just was it first Star Wars movie there? Dun 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 dun. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million. The enemy intends to affect negative effects on you. Mode shift to receive 14 damage. It goes into defensive mode, so I might as well just attack it then. Can I? Yes, I can. Fine. The enemy intends to use a buff. And I've got to hit it for 20 just to get out of there. I don't think it's going to matter, does it? It's going to hit me for 18. I need to go into calm. Block. Yeah, do it. Whenever you play an attack, you take 3 damage. I thought it was more than that. I don't want to lose it either. Whew, 16 points you're going for. And whenever you try attack, play damage. So it's kind of like defend, put a block up. The next attack and play cost 0. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to throw this on you. Got a couple of miracles. Block. 5 points. 9 blocking into calm. Deal 9 damage and enter wraith, which will up that attack. Which one? 9 block. Enter calm. 213. That's the one. Oh no, I should have done the... Is that going to take effect now? No. I need to add that potion beforehand. Oh my god. Max for 2 turns. Retain, draw 2 cards. I got 3 points here. Going 2 Mitra, 7 block. Upon entering a stance, gain 3 attacks, deal triple damage. Is that going to work with... It's 32 damage to all enemies in your turn. So if I... He's going to go defensive though, right? Yeah. Should do some damage, I think. Whenever you play an attack, you take 3 damage, so I could protect from that. But it's going to hit me for 18. Retain, draw 2 cards. Plenty of defensive cards. A strike, I'm going to take 3 damage. I got 19. Defend, I think. Whoa, okay, 32. But if I attack, it's going to hit me for 3 until he breaks out of that shell, so the best thing I can do is defend. If I went to calm stance and then exited calm, but that means I would need to switch from one to the other. You can't just go from calm to normal. I would need to go to calm and then to wraith, and that would give me 2 extra attack opportunities or power. Got 12 damage. Stomps do take 3, so I could do 8 block. If you're in calm, draw 3 cards, otherwise enter calm. Played my tactics bad, I think. Let's see for the attack. So, options I've got here: deal 32 damage. That debuff is off. He intends to attack for 40. I think it's good night. 15 block 2, I've got 3 points to spend. So now it's 50 damage, he goes into defensive mode. Can I attack him for 50 damage? At 44. Yes. No. No. Block. A minute. Play. The next attack costs you 0. Block for 11. Attack for 32. Okay, what are my options here? So it's going to attack... It's going to attack me. In other words, it's like he's going to attack me for 40, or I hit him for 50 and shut him up. Because you have to go defensive. So really kind of attack, in his attack is a way of defending, which is our last move I could have done better. If I play that, that's going to give me it's going to give me this to play at 0 cost, which will give me 1 point left. And then play this one. No, this one actually. Which is 44. It's not enough. Or I've got 13. And that's going to go above 50, isn't it, when he goes on his next hit as well. If I block, let's go for 15. Three. It's not going to be much difference, I might as well just attack. Bye-bye. Either way, I was doomed. Yeah. I'll know how I'll play that next time. Play it better. Samson, welcome back. It has been a while. Young son, I'll never forget the Conan days of you. And Leppy, much love. God bless. Yeah, nice to have you back, dude. They were very fun times, weren't they? We had a absolutely nutty time with a server and community there. That was that drive, wasn't it? That game that came around at the right time, that opened up a new kind of map, new feel to the game. It was pretty fluid, wasn't it? And the map was great. The design was fantastic. It had all those places to go and discover and underground stuff to gain. And of course the challenges. The actual fights and the thralls. We could get different trained thralls to give us different abilities and things like that. It's very, very good. Yeah, a lot of good memories on there. Welcome back. I'm glad to see a lot of faces. I know it's strange, but when I say faces, I probably remember gamer tags better than I do names in life. I know. And this whole thing's kind of unexpected, especially at this time, because I had such an extensive Steam list from, well, since I've had Steam, which is, you know, when Orange Box came out, when it was. And thing is with Steam is obviously to stop spamming in some way. I've never had the ability to be able to go. A big chunk of the people on my list are from my original channel. Not even the last, you know, 5-6 years of my streaming channel. Had no idea that even existed, because they thought I was gone from the first one and just given up on it. And all of a sudden, you know, there's no way to actually mass message people on Steam. It's like you just got them there and then you bump into them in the different games. And also it takes a collective game, right? When I say collective game, like a game that literally you look at Steam one day and every single person almost is playing it. It's that good. It's that... Like Conan did that. PUBG definitely did that. I've never seen so many people of, you know, on my Steam list light it up with PUBG. That's the biggest I've ever seen. A collective. There's also a good indicator of what, if it, you know, found a good game. You know, sometimes I don't see release or something just happens new and is discovered. I see it because there's a whole group of you playing on Steam. So it's a good barometer as well. But never have I been able to actually, unless I went individually through hundreds of people saying, hey, you know, this is where I moved to. I've never done that before. All I decided to do a week ago was to create a lobby. And then I could invite everyone to that lobby. But it wasn't an invite. It seems like it was actually a pull. And that was completely unattended. I thought it would just come up and like give people the option if they wanted to join. You know, they could do. But it wasn't. It was a pull, and everyone ended up getting pulled in. Okay, you know, I made 10% mad. Like, what the hell am I doing here? Well, at some point, you added me to the friends list, but 90% of it is like, oh, what? You're still, you know, or you're doing, or what? Yeah. So it's really good to reconnect, you know. That was the intention, but I had no... I honestly thought, you know, Steam usually just comes up with like someone sent you an invite, or someone sent you a friend request, or a message. They're optional, aren't they? You can choose what you want to do, but this literally seemed like it pulled people into the channel, and they were like, what have I been pulled? You know, I was playing this game and I heard this sound, man. Like, whoa. Can understand, you know. So it was unintentional, but at the same time, it's a really good way to reconnect, you know. Yeah, they were fun. They were fun. Or I remember it all the same. It does seem like yesterday, literally. Right, let's talk to this whale. Choose a card to obtain. Obtain 3 random potions. Choose a rare colorless card to obtain. Or obtain a boss relic. Lose your starting relic, which this is at the end of each combat. Add a miracle. It's your hand. That really feels too useful to lose. I'd have to one hell of a boss relic. And I could win those by winning combat, you know. We go straight on rather than... Oh, Devo's jumped in, says, how you doing? He says, rare. You reckon I should swap that current one for the rare? I suppose you would argue, like, what good did that last card do me last time? But that actually, you know. Anyone else want to go rare? Haven't watched since pre-COVID. Whoa, that's years. Just popped up randomly on my YouTube the other day. Awesome. I'm open to suggestions of games to play. I feel, you know, watching the streamers I watch, I think I get the same feedback in the same position. They're playing some games that semi-enjoy, but start getting the boredom factor starts kicking in quite quickly because they're just going over the same old ground again. We are genuinely looking for that next big hit. Fallout New Vegas roleplay. There's that, go down that route. We've also got all those really beefed up GTA 5 servers that got good roleplay. Got so many options in those. But it is true. Thinking along those lines of a modded game, well, that's how DayZ appeared. It was a mod. Sometimes a mod itself can be fantastic. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of a dry spell. We've got Company of Heroes 3 comes out today, I think. But no news on whether it will be on GFN. I looked to see if 2 was on. Let me have a look. Shall we see if anyone's actually answered the question? Oh, look, you type in GeForce Now and Google brings up the big announcement straight at the top of the screen. It says, Microsoft and Nvidia today announced the companies have agreed a 10-year partnership to bring Xbox PC games to Nvidia GeForce Now. That's Halo. That's... wow. That is Call of Duty franchise with a lot. So, well, if they win the judgment. Bring Xbox games to GeForce Now cloud gaming service has more than 25 million members, over 100 countries. That's it, you know? That is one hell of a big deal. It's a big deal personally because I use that service, I use it now. But it just fits. It means you can have a PC anywhere. Literally. Whether you go on Xbox, underneath your TV, whether you built yourself a game rig, whether you got GFN in your, you know, out in the wilderness somewhere with your Starlink connected, and you could just sit there on higher speed broadband in Antarctica playing Call of Duty Warzone with low ping, high bandwidth. Oh man. Come on. The Darkness 4 mod on 7 Days to Die. That new. You been playing Halo 3 again? To be honest, no surprise, it's one of the best Halos ever made. I tell you, I'm so guilty of not completing the last Halo. Halo Infinite. I still haven't finished it. I was on that last run. It's getting memories of going through those same repetitive... it was a little bit repetitive, or at least at that point, where I was going into a room and it was like just putting the key in and going forward, but I don't actually know what happens. I don't know what happens. I was thinking about it. But that Halo Infinite idea was fantastic. The whole free roaming part of the universe. It was just that the co-op play was missing. That was my thing, and I think a lot of people... I was Halo 3 co-op, and that was fantastic. From day one, you just jumped in and you were just able to, you know, just team up and work your way through it. Yeah, if it appears on GFN, which sounds like... Does it actually say when that's... Let's jump into the article. Oh, that's on the Nvidia page, newsroom. Let's see what if I can tune in. Tune in to the channel. You ready for it? Hang on. There it is. Microsoft and Nvidia today announced the companies have agreed a 10-year partnership to bring Xbox PC games to Nvidia GeForce Now cloud gaming service, which has more than 25 million members in over 100 countries. The agreement will enable gamers to Steam, if you like, stream Xbox PC titles from GeForce Now PCs, macOS, Chromebooks, smartphones, other devices. Yeah, pretty much everything. I've tried it. It will also enable Activision Blizzard PC titles such as Call of Duty to be streamed on GeForce Now. Yes! Finally, I get back onto Warzone. When? Xbox remains committed to giving people choice to expand of how people play. Phil Spencer, man. That dude has done so much for console games. Unbelievable. The partnership will help grow Nvidia's catalog titles to include games like Call of Duty. Will give developers more ways of offering streaming service. We're excited to offer games we love. Yeah, games... More ways to play the games you love, yeah. Combining incredibly rich catalog Xbox first title games The GeForce Now high performance streaming capabilities propel the cloud game to mainstream offering. Yeah, so xCloud was there, went up to, I think it was 1080p, and I haven't used xCloud, but Doc, some you know, Doc from chat, he has played xCloud and has been giving me really good feedback about that, because he could play that on the move when he was like unable to sort of play games while he was away from home with his son, and he could do that using xCloud. But now obviously with Nvidia's hardware, graphics hardware capability, then you're jumping on like 480, aren't you? And you'd be able to play those with all the, yeah, that's powerful. That's a big announcement. I like it because it allows me to play so many of, I mean, yeah, wow. It'd be difficult for me not to be able to find something new to play for a few months once that gets activated. Microsoft's video will begin work immediately to integrate Xbox PC game. Immediately? Immediately? Yes. Didn't even bother putting a date on there. Immediately. So the GeForce Now can stream PC games they buy on the Windows Store, including third-party titles where the publisher has granted streaming rights to Nvidia. Xbox PC games currently available in third-party stores like Steam or Epic Store Game Store will also be streamed through GeForce Now. Yeah, that's Steam, Epic Store, and also Ubisoft. Yes. Microsoft also shared today to finalise a 10-year agreement to bring the Call of Duty to the Nintendo platform. That's awesome. So that's the good thing about that is, or the good feeling about this is, time will tell how that works out and splits. You know, how you want as many people as possible to, you know, activate it that way and allow for cloud services to roll. I'm still going on forums for all the games that come out on Steam and basically asking them, you know, are you bringing it out for GFN? You know, you get a lot of titles now, way more than you did on release, but there's still a lot of them that maybe they haven't realised or not taken note to it, but it just makes sense, I think. Yeah, Halo 3, wow. I think even at my ripening should I call myself old yet? Even ripening middle age, I think through my 20s and my 30s, I still very much enjoyed the fiction part of Halo. I think some of the stories, it was still very, you know, very interesting to me, that whole hero side, and I was over the moon when actually they made the TV series, which was enjoyable to watch. They started to really get it. You know, they couldn't really work out the movie side of things, but then they decided to go to the TV series, and that's actually pretty cool, the way that they've brought that to life. And yeah, the Halo series though, just absolutely engrossed. It was like you put that disc into the first Xbox, and it was like, I don't think I put the thing down for like sort of 11, 12 hours. I was in New Zealand at the time. I can see it now. I can see it. I have a very like sort of if I go into memory mode like that, I can see where everything is in that room. I can see where the books are. I can see the titles on the books. I can, you know, literally see the color of the sofa. Everything is like really like get thrown into there, and I had like a, oh man, it's like Sony Trinitron TV. Yeah, one of the later models. I think, you know, I had Xbox. I had two Xboxes. I had the normal Xbox, which I took there, and I had the imported Xbox, which was the one that Microsoft sent me to test their Xbox Live service, which ended up in the UK, and I got shipped out to New Zealand and just to see if it worked there. It did. That was proper. That was the proper start of couch connectivity. I'm telling you, it was amazing. Revolt, little remote control cars, but it wasn't about the remote control cars. It was about talking to all these people. It's as crazy as you are, bringing it together for that. And that was the start. But the first title didn't have the multiplayer. It was kind of before that. It was a release title for it, but it was like Xbox got that, Halo, and it's just, it couldn't put it down on that wonderfully beautiful giant controller. I got like, I think, pretty large hands, and it kind of, it's such a brilliant controller. Don't get me wrong, the latest Xbox controller I got over on the desk there, that is amazing. I think it's the best controller in the world. But that large one that they made for the Xbox up until that point was the best controller I ever used. And it kind of like so comfy. Yeah. Nuts. Then 2 came out, had the multiplayer and co-op and everything. Seamless stuff, that was. Just defining moments. The first one, you were on edge taking that vehicle over that last run of that map. Because you had to jump over the different plates sort of falling away and the music was going. You spent all that time getting to their brilliant battle, and then you had that whole thing, just this perfect thing it built up to, wasn't it? And then you got that suspense about what's happening. The second one just starts off and finish it off, but give you that real tension at the start of the game where it's like Earth's under attack. You feel you're right in it and you're fighting on a station. That's brilliant. Just the way everything kicks off, the alarm goes off, and everyone's sort of mobilizing, and you're the man, you're the chief, you're on that station. And you're literally in the right place to help defend Earth. And then 3, the way 3 opened up was like crazy. When he just jumps and he goes through the atmosphere and just like it hits the ground, and you get a Sarge come up to you and they say, "Why do you always have to go and jump?" And then and it was just the whole start of that, and in that jungle area, and it's like sort of working through. That's just 3 perfectly placed games. Then comes along 4, and I must admit, I've still played 4 from start to finish. But I don't know what happened. I'm like, okay, I semi-get the... Well, I know I do get the story of where it took us to. Another advanced race, and there's some connection with the chief. And it's... But it was like... I don't know. Not my favourite all of a sudden. Brilliant, awesome, amazing, then just like kind of, And then 5 came out, and it's like, okay, this is a bit more of, but you're trying to go back to how it was. It was like, okay. And then you have Infinite, it's like, okay, we're just going to open up. Not forgetting Reach. Brilliant game in its own right. Different aspect of things, wasn't it? Noble team. And how they met their... you knew the story, which I kind of did. I knew the ending, but it was like good to actually, be involved with the team that, did what they had to do. And... what was the other one? When you end up as a drop trooper. ODST. Very good. ODST was very good because, again, it was a story in its own right from dropping in. And no, you don't. You're not the super soldier, as it were, but you certainly, played your part down there. So that was very good. Those kind of spin-off things were also Reach. The whole way that played reminded me of Halo 3. Ripening middle age, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I like that. It's good. Yeah, I'll use that one. Right, where am I going? God, it's just brought me back now. I'm so excited because I'm going to have access to all them in front of me in days. I feel like I want to refresh the platform to check. No, we'll get emails. There'll be emails out for that. I'll be able to stream that too. That's got me psyched. Because every now and then I do want to play Warzone. I do want to play a bit of competitive Call of Duty, and it's like now I don't think. Is there anything else missing now? Apart from individual Steam publishers saying whether they do or they don't, although that would change probably if they realise how many more people will play their games if they opt in. Oh, good shot. Got Bethesda. You know, that means Starfield's going to be on GFN. Oh my god, that means Starfield's going to be on GFN on like top hardware. Yeah, suddenly the stars have aligned for us GFN users. Do you know I made the jump at the right time, huh? A little bit before, but hey, happy days. Right. Let's get on with some climbing the air. Need the spy. So I tell you what, I'll chance it. Let's see what we get. Astrolabe. Upon picking up, transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. Transform cards become a random card of any rarity. Upgrading cards makes them more powerful. Cards can only be upgraded once. Wow. That's going to make it even more random. Surprisingly. Right, where do I go? Which path do we choose? They all seem to give you a reward while you're up to here. Yes, hopefully we do. Enjoy your slaffing. I'm not long for it myself. Let's give it one go. Fucking open the doors, boom. Does that mean we can get EA as well? Does that mean we get all the FIFA stuff? That's all Game Pass, right? Potential open to the FIFA franchise, American football, Madden. Aye. Brilliant. Let's go on the lone path. Less options, but I like it. Chief, why do you always want to jump? Always go and jump. Damn, all I got in my head is the end of Reach. What was the character's name that had the face etched onto the front of his visor? Guys, I took that sword, and then he sort of turns around and said, "I've taken you," or something, or "So are you," and then takes him with him. And that's when you're at the end. You're near the end, the final part of it. And then he takes his helmet off because he gets busted and is firing both sides, you know? Before the Covenant glass the planet, as they call it. Whoa. Powerful. It was really powerful. Oh, is it Sue or is it Jill? She gets sniped. She gets sniped while you're exiting. You were observing everything that was going on. Then there was going to be a huge blast, or they were going to nuke Glass the city you're in. You're running along and there's that shock moment when that sniper takes her out. She had like one cybernetic arm. Oh, the big guy. He sacrifices himself. He stays back and activates the bomb. He chucks you, throws you out the shield, and you start falling. Amazing. Alright. Let's get on with taking you guys out. So, you're going to hit me 12 damage. On receiving attack damage, it rolls up to gain 3 block. Deal 6 damage whenever you change stances. Return this from a discard pile in your hand. Whenever you gain block this turn, apply 2 weak to all enemies. One more damage. They curl up or something. Strike opportunities 5. 8. Need to block 4. I thought I'd throw that in because I'm about to get Divinity. Divine. I think we're two points away there. You obtain 10 mantra and enter Divinity. We can knock them up. Neither intend to actually inflict any damage. I think we can get rid of you. Right for 6. Just pulled the block off, hits me for 3, but it's only got 9 points left, so I can hit for... Ooh, let's try it. I've not actually gamed this before. Oh! Okay. So 3 extra points, attacks deals triple damage. Right. So I need to boost my card collection with 10 mantra, and that doesn't change. So 10, yeah, just any cards that give me mantra. Atomic Heart, I need to have a look. Saw a couple of screenshots and a video yesterday. Briefly watched a bit of it, didn't want to spoil too much of it, but it looks a bit like Bioshock, but with its own flair. Yeah. Yes. Graphics very, very nice. Yeah. Some GFN, I think it's might have ray tracing. Has it got ray tracing? Alright, so let's strike for 13 and get this one over with. 11 gold. Duplication potion. This turn, your next card is played twice. That could be crazy powerful with ability. Look at the top X cards. You may discard any of them. Gain 6 block. If the last card paid this combat was a skill, draw 2 cards. Block. Hello there. So we've got 110. Anything on special? Sail. Whenever you gain block this turn, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Reach heaven. Deal 10 damage. Shuffle through violence. Through violence into draw path. Okay. Retain. What's that? Retain, deal 20 damage. It could be 30 in total with a 0 value to play it. And if I was like in any, if I was even, I could be in a Rust stance, but if I was in the Divinity stance, that would be ridiculous damage. Combo it up. Like the potential there. That leaves me 40 left. Yep. Not thinking to get rid of any yet. Does Atomic Heart have a demo? Seen some demos on GFN. I'll take a look. Get it straight away. It's got 52. No? That goes into the file. Okay. Whenever you change stances. You don't belong here, he says. Gain 4 mantra. Shuffle insight into your card. I'll play this for 20 plus, so I'll say 26. Not sure why I do that. I don't think this one is even going to last that long, to be honest. I'll play that. And I could take 6 damage, block 12. Let's go safe route. Take any unnecessary damage. Six damage whenever you change state, so I guess then to deal that and then change the calm, which will attack. What does it have to be? You know, flurry of blows. So good. You know it. Retain into Wraith. Exhaust. Draw cards until your hand is full. Gain 6 block. Go for crescendo. Ominous Forge. Oh, I missed the trash talk a little bit, I have to be honest. When Potago came in there and started taking me down the memories of Halo, I mean, that was 100% premium trash talking right there. Oh boy. Absolutely brilliant. And you know what the amazing thing was about Halo 3 is if you became the host, if, you know, like 1 out of 10 games or something, or 1 out of 5, I don't know what it was, you became the host, you might as well say goodbye to everyone else, because I clocked up such a big score that way. It was like you were almost invincible. And then, oh boy. A lot of people take it really seriously, but you know. That is crazy. I'm just thinking I've got a whole... Wow. I've got a whole massive, like, chopped up friends list on Xbox Live that I have not touched in years. Does it still exist? I need to investigate that. I wonder how long your account can be dormant for there. I have another one, a much newer one where I played it Infinite on, but... Let's investigate that. Ominous Forge. You duck into a small hut. Inside you find what appears to be a forge. The smithing tools are covered with dust. Yet a fire roars inside the furnace. You feel on edge. If we forge, we upgrade a card in the deck. Rummage, obtain a special relic. Become cursed with pain. Or leave. I hate the curses. I absolutely hate the curses. Original taste. Original temperature. Oh. Right, I'm going to upgrade a card in the deck. Go for upgrade a block. Upgrade the block and into calm. So that upgrades it to 12 block. There's 8 block. That changes that to 15 damage. Crescendo plus. It's for 0. Yeah, I'm upgrading that. It'd be nice to change stances for 0. It would actually be very useful. Articulate oneself without using power. Whoops. Oh yeah, we're against these guys. None of them tend to hit yet, but I think if I deal 10 damage, you're out the way. That gives me a draw to attack from 10. There's no attack. Oh, for 6 as well. Take that. And in the next pile, I'll get the bonus. Gain 25% less block from cards on 1 turn. That's if you're going to last past 22, which you're not, so let's get this quick and... No challenge from you. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Very nice potion. Put Miracle Plus into your hand at the start of your next X turns. Exhaust. Gain 8 block. The next attack you play costs 0. Chain into calm. Swivel. Where are we on the map? Because I've still got pretty good health. And I've got 2 chances. I could rest and then see what we get for those 2 to boost some maximum, but there could be some attacks in there too. And then we've got some treasure there before we go which and what way, this way or this way. Still, I think it may be beneficial to risk fighting an elite at this point in time with good health. Get their good health. Feels like it's a better opportunity to stick with upgrading the cars, I think. So that's a 9 damage. Strikes. Or we could go defensive. 11 block. 15 damage. 16 block, yep. Do that. Oh, vicious. On death applies 2 vulnerable. This enemy intends to attack for 6 damage, so 12, both of them. I've got a total of 10, so pray. And defense. Another 12. Protect and then strike, huh? We can enter a state of calm for 8. Or go for 8, and then the next attack costs 0. Which I would play what again? 4 points. Yeah. So block. That'll make the strike card free. And defend for 5. Do these guys ever have a rest? Well, now they do. This enemy intends to use a buff. In that case, I think I'm going to get real mad. That'll do it, I think, huh? Right, so 20 damage. Yeah, 20 damage for you. Whenever you can block this turn, apply 2 weak. That's one. We've got 1 to hit, so I might as well strike for 12 and finish off for the next round. Oh boy. 27, wow. Alright, protect. Whenever you enter Wraith, draw 2 cards. Study. At the end of your turn, shuffle an insight into your rule pile. Well, down. So what happened? Did you take a large break or something? Your streams used to always be so busy. I'm obviously not sleeping anytime soon. Oh, God. I think, I cannot but think I just had an amazing run. And, whether it'll ever be totally over, I don't know, because I just, I love playing new titles, and I love, like, showing the games off and playing them, and you know, still pretty competitive first-person shooting, so I think, I'll say it more of, yeah, I think I lost the gamer a little bit, really, because I decided that I wanted yeah, I'm gonna say I can't fault it because I had massive, a crazy run with Conan. Thanks to all those publishers as well, because they gave me the keys and a lot of support with Conan, especially PUBG. It was absolutely nuts. Anthem too, EA and Anthem gave me all the Battlefront before that as well. Actually, that was a bit lucky. that was early, wasn't it? And so I went from content creation, which was just so much time was on that, to streaming where I could just enjoy the games and chat a whole lot. And then I went down the route of I was going to turn my channel into it was all to do with travel and EVs, but yeah, I'll not go over it again. That was it was a bit of a disastrous holiday, etc. So that stuff never came to light, because it was just going to end up being like a reminder of my run with that stuff. So that took, I think, my focus away quite a bit from the gaming side of things. And before coronavirus hit, very, very close to before that hit, I decided I wanted to go do something else completely different. And then found myself in lockdown and realising that I didn't want to stop what I was doing. I kept going. I can't fault it any of it, really. It just was a ridiculous amount of fun the last 10 years. I've met so many people, and just seeing like community generosity. Like I've just never seen anything like that. I don't have contact with a lot of distant family anymore. I've got my close family with me, but it's almost like I always have this other family. Honestly, it's like, it's nuts. You know, I talk to different people every day about games and what they're playing. It's like, even with the number of contacts and stuff I got through it, there's always someone who's saying hello again, and it's like it's sort of always good to catch up. And it's just a whole family of people. I've met through it. People have, it's just absolute nuts, but really good. I'll never forget. And still, ongoing. Yes, true. When it's going good, don't change don't change things too drastically, Yes, yeah. It's all good. Can't please everyone as well when you change. You try to, but it's like I go from survival to PUBG was very successful. That, for some reason, one of the two went together, because PUBG was just basically taking survival and shrinking it down into like sort of 30-40 minute rounds if you last, to the end of permadeath, You lose all your stuff, but you collect your stuff, you upgrade, you go, and it's just perfect. It's absolutely, you know, the 100-to-1 format is just like, you know, it's like when Quake came out online and all the different sort of benchmark setting things, you know, capture the flag, you know. Call of Duty, like basically taking that multiplayer franchise and opening it up to every format and every living room, you know. They have these kind of like defining moments, don't they, in multiplayer game. World of Warcraft and the way that took things, and though arguably it was like Asheron's Call and things like that before that too. Very good. Yes, because it also had those random elements in it, the people you'd like meet, and that was maximum risk. And you know, when I say that, the best intentions. Sometimes I put a team of 4 together, and we would, you know, do extremely well that day. There'd be multi chicken dinner winners, and I love playing with all those guys. But the highest end for me was all of a sudden you would get a random group, you know, so 3 other random players. You're getting to know each other as you go along. You're kicking ass and getting to those end stages, and you win. And you win with all of them at the end. You know, that not everyone's, you know, made it to the end of taking it through just by good communication. That was it was like a super adrenaline rush for me. That particular combination. And anyone from PUBG out there, I did try and hit the Discord the other day, and it got a little bit heated because people just wanted to talk over me when I was mentioning GFM for some reason. I don't know what the problem is. But if anyone knows anyone PUBG, or if you still got their Twitter or something, bang the drum and say, come on, if Microsoft get on board, then, you know, Crafton, whatever it is, can, whoever owns it now, I think it's Crafton. They should just tick the box and say, yeah, let's go to, and I'll play it some more. I want to play that game some more, you know. You mean like get the new contract? Right, big fish. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating out. This is strange. We just had that. We just had this in the last one. I cannot remember ever seeing one of these things twice, because it has a ton of combinations. Or is it to do with my character? It just happens to be the same. Okay, we'll know this. So pick one. Banana heal for 24, and then I chose the donut, which gave me max 5 HP plus a big healing bonus. So will it do it again? Huh. I'm going to go for the elite. That would mean one hell of a run to the end, though. Real tough to the end, but I'm going to go for it. Well, you could say that the driving school is something that transcends time and still stuck to me to this day, as people love mentioning it when I'm driving something in armor. But it was definitely one of the pillars of the certifiables at the time, wasn't it? I was just fine actually at that. Whenever I'd get in the vehicle in PUBG, I would do nothing but hit, you know, maximum boost and forward, and that was it. I didn't even know what brakes were on that thing, no matter what I got on it. Just the way I played the game, and then someone spoilt it. Really, I think just took one person in chat to completely wreck the idea of it. Just suddenly said, "Well, you know, you do realise that, you know, have you ever tried taking a car across a field at 80 kilometers an hour? Okay, you would find a few bumps." Which made it make me feel, you know, too real. Molten egg. Whenever you add... Read before you add. Just chill. But it's there. Whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade. Wow. going for the elite. This guy's tough. Very tough. Hits very hard as well. I'm not sure if it's like the knight and it seriously ramps. But while he intends to use a buff, I need to hit him with maximum damage. So let's see. Gain 8 block. Don't need to block. I think I might as well use Rach Haven, which is for 2, which means you've got 1 point left just to block. I might as well gain men. Actually, what's this one again? Whenever you enter Wraith, draw 2 cards. Why do I call it Wraith? Wrath! Halo! Race! Stop it. I can't stop thinking about it. All I'm hearing in my head at the moment is dun 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 dun. That's what I've literally got that stuck in my head. It's brilliant. May it stay there. Come on, Chief. Can you stick it? Right, so play that for 2. Let's see what you got. Right, so it's going to hit for 14. And I do have this gamut. Discard any number of cards and draw that many. So I could turn but they're all to one-sided one. It will retain. Deal 20 damage exhaust. Well, that's a given. Whenever you change stances. Do I want to enter calm? 8 block. Yes, okay. I could actually deal 12 damage or take 40. I think I'm just going to go for Protect Plus and then Strike. Only 8. Right, I think we go Wrath, and I can defend whenever you gain a block this turn, apply 2 weak to enemies. Or I could try and get away with not taking any damage at all by getting them to... Yeah, let's get mad about this. And we've just received a flurry of blows, thanks to buff. So we deal 12 damage whenever you change stances. Yep. Take it. Look at you with the upgrades. It's going to weaken him, right? 2 weak. Is that going to bring it down so that we can... Alright, I'm going to try this. Weaken at 24. Whenever you play a skill, gain strength. Oh my god, can I take that back, please? Always read the instructions. I didn't read it. Oh, I did remember what that one was. 54! $29. 24. Retain. Draw 2 cards. Ooh, that's done it. Savior just came in there. 20 damage. And that's enough. Yeah, we got this. Deal 12 damage whenever you change stances. Return this card, but I just have to hit for like that. Yes! Didn't take too much damage either. Yuria. You can now gain strength at rest sites for 3 times. Essence of Steel. So this is the advantage of taking out the delete. Way better bonus. Gain 4 plated armor. Hey! Yes! Alright. Try 2. Gain 3 block, deal 4 damage. Which is a plus. Or gain 6 blocks and shuffle an insight into your draw pile. Gain 2 mantra. I want the mantra option. I want enough of those cards to be able to play 2 or 3 hands and fully charged up and I just annihilate, you know. Tend to hit me for 6. Block into calm. I need 6 block, so we will strike. Okay, it's into calm. Reasonable. Oh wow, that's just attack still 25% less damage for 2 turns. If you enter race, draw 2 cards. Wrath! Race! Race, get out Halo. Get out Halo. It's +2 strength for him when you did it. Yes. Which means, as you know, you're gambling on him increasing his next hit, but that's no problem because I have plenty of damage to finish the job there. So they're neither going to hit, but apparently he tends to use a buff. 2 vulnerable on death there, actually. Enemy intends to inflict a negative effect on me. It's going to give me 20 damage. So if I use this card here, don't really need to defend. So 2 cards, and we can actually go to Wrath. I think we've got this now. It's weakened me a little, but you know, if I retain Wrath, that means I'm going to draw 2 cards, maybe attack cards. Only does like 4 damage though. Tends to hit me for 10. Oh, let's get me. Oh well. Bye. Alright, got 10 gold and add another card. Bowling Bash, deal 10 damage for each enemy in combat. We've got deal 11 damage if the last card played this combat was an attack. Gain another go. Yeah, follow up. Plus. Who's next? Oh, the Thief. For 45 damage, intends to inflict 10. And yeah, loots, so... Loots 15 gold whenever he attacks, and I need to get him in a few turns, otherwise he runs off with all the gold. Got 16 block there for 2, or 8 for block, plus we can attack. The next attack is 0, so that means 2 attacks I could play, and I've got 2 defensive cards, and we've got Prey Plus. I think Protect for 2. Right. Give me a chance of Divinity, but is he going to last that long? Another tactic you could play as well is if I was able to go into a calm stance and then defend until I reach Divinity and then unleash hell. Do 11 damage if the last card played was combat. This attack does get another go. Okay, plus we've got that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to... 0 cost. I'll do this guy a lot of damage. And I can block for 5 or hit 6 damage. I think I'll block for 5. I lose 1. It's not bad. He's not going to be here anymore. Money back, please. Give quite a bit off me as well. Worship. Game 5 mantra. Well, that's a card to upgrade. I'll take that straight away. I have a kind of a strategy in my head. And I think... try and upgrade that. Gain 4 plated armor. We don't actually have any attack cards here. Whenever you gain block this turn, apply 2 weak to all enemies. Okay. Got 2 points, so I'm gonna block to hit them. And then the next attack card is with... is that... I don't think that carries over to the next hand though. But it's still weakened them. Ignore energy costs in the next attack you play. You got any counters? That's too vulnerable in death. Yeah, right. And go to Wraith. I could increase that strike card damage quite a bit. And we've got to protect from 12, so that's also at 0 cost. What? Attack damage by 3. Okay. Well, I don't need to take the damage, do we? I'm going to block maximum 21. Minimise my damage. Oh, if I played the mantra card before, huh? 23 and hit me for. Right. Okay, let's knock you out. That means we've got 20 left. At the end of your turn, gain 4 block, receive unblocked attack damage, reduce plated on by 1. Good. Alright, I used the potion there. Well, Take the ball in one. I'm going to go for a bit of mystery. World of Goop. You fall into a puddle. It's made of slime goop. Frantically, you crawl yourself over several... Frantically. You claw yourself out over several minutes. You feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you see your missing coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together in the puddle. Gain 75 gold and lose 11 HP. Or lose 33 gold. I don't think I want to lose more HP. Now it's going to be crisis. Because I think I'm going to have to rest. Lift. Start battles with +1 strength up to 3. I need to rest. Okay. With the majority of my health regained, let's get in there. I've got a very powerful option here, this duplication potion. This turn, your next card is played twice. So we get something like really crazy. So anyway, this enemy's intentions are unknown. It's got 250 health points. So we could stick in an attack. Gain a block, your next attack players cost you 0. Okay, we'll see if it actually wakes up. Actually, what is my... I've got 1 play. Discard any number of cards and draw that many. Keep it. Strike him. And I think I'll leave that. Just a wake up tap. Next card is played twice. 16 block. Full match, retain 2. Draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards and enter in Wraith. Or use 3 points to block a lot of the damage. It will charge up for mantra. Oh my god, this is hard. I could discard some. Or I could play that card twice, which will give me 8 mantra. Which need 2 more to fully charge myself up. It's a risk. I was thinking of holding that for the damage, but I might do 1 more damage if I reach Divinity. That gives me 2 points left. And protect for 16. Be the right play. Right, tends to just hit for 6. So I can block at least 5. Whenever you gain block this turn, you apply for 2 weeks with 3 points. We play that for 0. I think I'm going to play that worship. Yes. We're going to apply 2 week to all enemies. Do I apply a week to lessen the strike, or do I strike with power? That's going to change me to Wrath. So I need to stay in this state as long as possible. So we've got 4 points to play. Good. Yeah, I don't want to change stances. If I choose Crescendo, I'm going to go back to Ross, so I need to stay in this at the moment. Gives me more points to play. No, it doesn't. It was on top for that. I thought it was extended for the... Oh, damn it. So I could have switched and then applied the damage. I thought that was permanent. Because it's so... You learn. I've retained 3 though. Deal 11 damage if the card played this combat was an attack card gain. That's nothing. Alright, get mad. There'll be 2 more options maybe. Another 2 more options. This is looking very good at the moment. 14 damage. I could go for a lot of damage and take the little charge up for Mantra again. Right, that's given. That gives us 3 points. I'm thinking of playing Reach, Heaven, 20, Shuffle through Violence, I've played next play for a big hit, and I'm in Wraith. That's Wrath! Wraith or Wrath? Wrath! Wrath. Jay, come on, stupid man. I'm gonna move that. A bit more sense to me. Dun 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 dun. It's 22 damage, 20 plus another 20. More than 20 because it's bonus. Four mantras, 1, let's those 3. I'm just gonna go for 1. Yeah, happy. Only 34 hit points and 4 were dead. And tends to hit for 12. Alright, 1 block. And then hit for 20. The enemy intends to block and use a buff. Right. 40. Gain 8 block. The next attack card you play is of 0. Enter calm. Whenever you gain block this turn, apply 2 weak to all enemies. Right then, so you. Intends to hit me for 20. That's my route to mantra. No block. Use up his strength. Alright, 16. Deal 22 damage if the last card plays a combat, you gain 1. Okay, and gets 4 mantra for... No, 2 mantra for block. Whenever you gain a block this turn, you apply 2 weak to enemies. So, wave of the hand. That's give it anyway. Use that, then that, then that. Gonna weaken them twice, but is it worth it versus... Wait a minute. Weakened creatures deal 25% less damage with attacks. Apply 2 weak to all enemies. Per turn or 2 this turn? 50. Right. Next turn. Gulp. This is going to be close. Oh my. 70. Whenever you change stance, 40, 52. Play that anyway. Play that anyway. 18. Oh, this is